Would you rather be building a site if you knew you already had a customer that said, dude, Dan, I need more business? Yes, please. Yes, I would love a lead gen system in place for my business. I would. Okay, so this is a good question. Simba just asked a question. Should we still make offers even though we don't have the site built? What do we think on that? I know what I think. Let me ask you this question, Simba. Would you rather be building a site if you knew you already had a customer that said, dude, Dan, I need more business? Yes, please. Yes, I would love a lead gen system in place for my business. I would. If I know I got a pre-sold lead gen property versus one that's I got to build out and rank, and I got to go through all that process to maybe potentially not get a customer for because the market might be funny or whatever. Yeah, absolutely. I call it collecting yeses, and I talked about it on last week's live streams. You guys should be sending out messages. And it's a strategy of just collecting emails, just collecting yeses. And it's an email you can send out to business owners. But absolutely, okay, absolutely, you should be asking for business or asking business owners if they could utilize some more business and some more leads or some more phone calls. Man, I'd love for you to have 20, 30 yeses that you're like, look, okay, I'm going to help you, but we're super backed up. Okay, so if you want to move to the front of the list, you can pay to play right now, or you can wait in line. But I'm coming. I'm going to build this. I'm going to build this property for you. But I have 15 people in front of you. I'm just trying to line out the rest of my year, my Q3, my Q4, my Q5, whatever. Right? There's not 5 quarters, by the way. But you know what I'm saying. And now you're in a different position. Now you're the one sought after, right? Now you're the busy one that's got the skills that pay the bills, right? And so those, yes, absolutely. What's the worst case scenario if you asked a business owner, let's say you find Mr. or Mrs. Hot water heater repair person, right? And you send an email out and you say, listen, Mr. or Mrs. Hot water heater repair, we're going to be coming to town here in the next 60 to 90 days or whatever you want to say. And we're going to be working with one hot water heater repair company. And I'm going to be sending this email to everyone. And this is how our service works. But we're going to be working with one exclusively. If you're interested, reply to this email. If you're not, simply delete it. I'll never contact you again. Whatever, however you want to say it. Doesn't matter. Okay. Don't overthink it. Okay. How many of you guys, I know me, but man, if I could have every day, yes is coming back. Yeah. We're hungry. We're interested. Okay. Then what's the worst case? I build the site. It takes longer than 60 to 90 days. Let me tell you something. If they didn't pay you up front for anything, you got nothing to worry about because it's all built on your shoulder. Remember, it's your asset, right? It's the equivalent of looking at a piece of land, right? It's bare dirt. And then you go into, let's say, Starbucks corporate, and you're like, Starbucks, I got this killer piece of land and it's going to take some time to develop it. But I'm just wondering, are you interested in my end cap at the end of the building that I put in there? Okay, because we're going to put retail spaces in there. Are you interested? And Starbucks goes, yeah, we think we'd be interested. Okay, cool. Well, it's going to be a ways out. We got construction and permitting and all that stuff, right? And you get to developing. So you start developing this thing out. Let's say it takes 3 years and you thought it was going to be 1 year, right? What are they mad at? They gave you a soft yes, right? And it took a little bit longer, but there's no sweat. You're developing. It's your dollars, right? You're putting up the lead gen property. You're doing the backlinking. You're paying for the phone number. You're doing all the learning and education and weekly training calls with me, right? It's your sweat equity. It's your asset, which is the place you want to be in if you ever want to be free in life, is you want to be holding the cards, right? You don't want to be just the construction worker that's working on that, because once that job's over, you got to go find your next job. I want to be the developer and the owner of the property, right? I want to own the asset because I put all my money into it, right? I got a deal right now. I've talked to you guys about. I'm actually developing a franchise coffee shop, and I just got the lease signed by the. It's a pretty decent sized franchise, and you know what? I'm 2 years into this thing. I'm about 750,000 into it, cash, hard cash out of my account, no loans because I couldn't get loans on it because it's bare dirt and I had to go through the permitting, right? But you know what? 2 years ago when we brought the idea to the person and said, this is what we're thinking. We didn't know it was going to take 2 years, by the way. It's going to take a little longer. We didn't know. But what we did was we got a yes. And until that lease was signed, I'm 750 in. I got another 700 to go, by the way. Okay. I'm taking the risk. I'm taking a big risk here, but I got a yes already. I collected my yes before I started the project. That put me in a lot more comfortable situation, a lot more comfortable place to be to shell out that money, buy that land free and clear, and then start develop permitting, all those things that come along with it. But that's what we are, guys. We're land developers. That's all we are. We're just able to do it at much less the money, way, way less the outlay of cash, right? We're able to put a lead gen property up for a couple $100, right? Actually less, right? When you put all the numbers together, it's so inexpensive what we're able to do and then what we're able to charge rent for. But yeah, man, I'm telling every one of you guys, go collect yeses, okay? Then go build, okay? Then go build. I do believe every one of you guys could build something and then sell it, because that's what I've been doing for years and years and years. But heck, man, if you can collect some yeses up front and you start a project, even if that person bails, okay, I would rather be in that situation than having no one, right? Hopefully that helps.